Called the cockpit of the Arab world, Iraq again is the scene of violent overthrow and death. The storied capital city of Baghdad is the scene of the latest bloody coup d'etat, a demonstration of violent 20th century Arab tensions set against a way of life that has changed little since the Dark Ages. Today's Iraqi backwardness represents a marked decline from the days when Iraq's central acres were a part of storied Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, the land of fabled Babylon and Ur. These were the thirsty fields where the hosts of the Medes and the Persians contested, where Alexander sacked a civilization that was later buried by Caesar's legions. But since the 20s, oil has been changing the face of Iraq. One of the principal oil-producing countries of the world, it ranks 6th among the suppliers of black gold to the West. 2/3 of Iraq's national budget comes from oil money, dollars, pounds, francs, and guilders that influence every phase of life there. However, about 5 years ago, youthful King Faisal II saw his oil-rich country become the vortex of the conflicting currents surging through the Middle East. His friendliness toward the free world and his wariness of Egypt's President Gamal Abdel Nasser were resented. Pro-United Arab Republic groups and communist infiltrators harassed him. They made Iraq a breeding ground for discontent and revolution. In his effort to contain the subversives, Faisal got together with the king of Saudi Arabia, who was having his own troubles with the Reds and Arab nationalists. But before plans could be worked out, the young Iraqi monarch was dead. At 5 a.m. on July 14, 1958, a group of Air Force and Army officers seized control of Baghdad. They were led by Abdel Karim Qasim. Qasim ordered the slaying of the king and his premier, Nuri al-Said, also a man with Western sympathies. Qasim promised the people a republic, but he sold out to the Kremlin and brutally liquidated those who opposed him. Qasim ruled Iraq with an iron hand for 4 years and 7 months. But his recent appointment of Reds to high office was his undoing. Now, Qasim and his closest advisors are dead, victims of an officers' uprising calculated to thwart further communist influence. The coup d'etat that felled Qasim is regarded in international political circles as greatly enhancing the prestige of Gamal Abdel Nasser. Having learned from Hungary what it means to suffer Red domination, for the last 2 years, Nasser has been courting the West. Iraq's new president, Abdel Salam Arif, is said to be fanatically pro-Arab, but with other Arab leaders, particularly his friend Nasser, he's beginning to see that Arab interests and those of the free world are by no means incompatible. These latest pictures show the anti-Soviet Iraqi troops greeting their new leader. Army and militiamen carry on the search for communist infiltrators, over 100,000 of whom entered Baghdad during Qasim's regime. When they are found, the communists from other countries are deported. Native Reds, known for crimes perpetrated on behalf of Qasim, are sent before firing squads. As the Arabs show, they are more concerned about the dangers of communism than is realized by some Western leaders. Iraq, in a bold bid to unshackle itself from communism.
The walking craze set off by President Kennedy's recollection of President Theodore Roosevelt's message to the Marines gathers momentum by the minute. There's the professional competitor with a famous style of heel and toe. And then there's this exciting exercising. Hip, hip, hooray! And sometimes walking can beat talking. in tow. An earlier exponent of talking while walking, President Truman, set off many explosions, but he can't be blamed for the new fad or the 50-mile style. You know what? This is a perfect spot to recite Kipling's immortal Boots. It's a worldwide tide. Meanwhile, back to the heel in tow. My, how it feels in high heels. And there's many a heel who'll soon be forced to get a new sole. Walking on ice is nice. Except for baby penguins. Meanwhile, back to the heel in tow. Yes, everybody's doing it. Even in the zoo, walking is a laugh, even to a baby giraffe. And it's quite a try for this small fry, though nothing new to the postman. And then there's always the fellow who tries everything the hard way. He just wants to see where he's been.